Everyone has their own bolognese recipe, but I imagine not all of them have beer. The secret ingredient to this recipe, beef, beer and bacon make a cracking combination for an awesome pasta ready in 30 minutes on the table. So the secret to this recipe is using some good bacon. Now when I say good bacon, I mean real nice streaky bacon. So now if I just take this bacon and I'm going to put it in a cold pan. By starting cold, we're going to be able to render the bacon fat out and then use that as our cooking liquid. So the bacon started to render down its fat, and what we're going to be able to do is use that fat to cook the rest of our vegetables and meat in. So firstly we're going to go in with a leek. Also got an onion, which we'll just quickly roughly chop and add to the pan as well. And we're just going to let this cook down for about 3 or 4 minutes until these onions and leek have cooked down. So I've got 3 cloves of garlic, and I'll just bash them and chop them roughly, so they can go straight in. And I've got a few sprigs of thyme, and we can just separate those directly into the pan. So take each sprig and just go in the opposite direction and just pull apart, and all the leaves will come off. And then just give that a stir through and just cook that for about a minute because we don't want the garlic to burn. I've got a 1/4 cup of tomato paste. This gives a real depth of flavour. And I've also got some Worcestershire sauce, and just stir that all through. This is smelling awesome. Then I'm going to go in with a can of whole tomatoes, and then you can just use your spatula to give them a bit of a break up. Then we're just going to add in 500 grams of beef mince. Break that up with your spatula just to kind of remove all those lumps. Okay, so that's cooked down quite nicely. So we're going to add our awesome ingredient, a whole bottle of beer, maybe an ale or something to give it a bit more flavour. Now we can forget about that for about half an hour and just let it cook down, and then we'll be ready to cook our pasta. I've got a big pot of water boiling here, and now I'll just let that cook until it's just al dente, and we're going to go back in our pan. Okay, so our pasta is now al dente, so we're going to go straight into the pan. And also get about 1/3 cup of the cooking liquid and just pour it into here as well. And then just mix that all around and cover that pasta entirely with that rich sauce. And that is smelling absolutely awesome. So I've got some parsley and a bit of cheese, of course. And that is a pretty awesome twist on a spaghetti bolognese, except with some beer and bacon.